Ever since UberEats has introduced their new 3 out of 10 acceptance rates policy in select markets, I found myself having to be a lot more picky in the orders that I accept. That being said, there still are times when I swipe to start the delivery and immediately regret accepting that offer. Well, what if I told you guys I finally figured out a way around this policy? I want to preface this video by saying this glitch will not apply to everybody depending on your marketplace. Some of you watching this are probably lucky enough to still see pickup and drop-off locations for all of your requests, but this is what it looks like for me, and probably a lot of you guys that have stumbled across this video. You will also need to use Para to do this glitch that I'm about to show you guys. I'm not sponsored by Para in any way. It took me a while to try them out for myself, but after extensive research, I truly do believe that they're safe. I've used Para for months now. That being said, please do your own research when using third-party apps such as Para. I just recently discovered this glitch. My hope with this video and this community is that we can all come together and try out different methods using this glitch and figure out the best way of executing it. If you guys have any questions, please leave them in the comments below, and if any of you guys end up trying this out for yourself and end up improving it in any way, please again leave that in the comments below. Thank you guys for the recent support, and enjoy the video. I'm about to show you guys how you can see drop-off locations for your Uber orders 100% of the time. Once you've hit the 3 out of 10 acceptance rate, UberEats will show you pickup and drop-off locations, but you must maintain that 3 out of 10 acceptance rate in order to keep upfront access to this information. Keeping this 3 out of 10 acceptance rate can be very difficult when Uber continuously throws us $5 offers going 15 miles. Step 1 of this glitch is you first need to reach the 3 out of 10 acceptance rate. Step 2 is once you have met the requirements to see pickup and drop-off locations up front, you want to sign into the app like normal, but force close the app after you've gone online. In step 3, you wait for orders. And just like that, I got my first request. Ignore the DoorDash offer, but if you look at my notifications at the top, you'll see we have our first Uber order. Para shows us the expected payout, the mileage, and the exact drop-off location. Now let me be clear, it's very unlikely that anybody watching this is familiar enough with their marketplace to see that drop-off location that is 13 miles away and immediately recognize where they are going without looking at the map. But what we can do with this information is just completely ignore this request and not have it count towards our 3 out of 10 accepted orders. Don't believe me? Keep watching. So in the meantime, I am actually going to accept this DoorDash offer. As you can see, I'm about 2.5 miles away from the restaurant, already heading in that direction, so this is actually a very good order. We'll do a little bit of declining, and as you can see, we've got our next order request here. This one is showing $8.85 going 9 miles, so again, we're simply going to ignore it. We're almost to Chick-fil-A now, but we've got another Uber request. This one is showing just under $9 for 8 miles, so again, we're just going to ignore it, but you can see I still have exact drop-off locations. Now here, I just go to check my notifications to show you guys how many we've ignored in a row so far. I'm going to have to do a lot of blurring in this video. 2 of these are Grubhub orders, so let's get those out of the way. So far, we have ignored 3 bad Uber requests, and we still have full transparency. As we're pulling into park, Uber sends me another order. This one's another one that's not even quite $1 per mile, but as you can see, we still have the drop-off location. I'm going to make a quick cut in the video while we wait in the store, but it doesn't take long for us to get our next Uber request. Another order I wouldn't accept. A little bit more waiting, and boom, here's the next one. Now here's something that I have found. I'm not sure if it's an exact number every time, but after 6 orders, Uber pauses me. So if you stop receiving orders for a minute or 2, you should go in and check and make sure that you haven't been paused. If you have been, simply resume yourself and force close the app again, and you're right back to it. A little bit of time goes by, but as you can see, we get our next order here. Another one that we're going to just ignore, but you can see we still have full transparency. I think you guys get the point now. Basically, this is all you have to do if you want to keep your drop-off transparency. Once you finally receive that notification for an order that is worth your time, you can simply open up the UberEats app and the order request pops right up on your screen. You have significantly more time than you think to open the app up and accept the delivery. Just like when the app is open, but you're on a different app, the timer to accept the order does not start until you either switch back to Uber or you wait longer than 30-ish seconds and the request disappears. Here's a bunch more orders I ignored, but up towards the top you can see 2 orders that look a lot better than the rest. $10 and some change for 3 miles, and a stack for an additional $8.69 for 0.1 mile. We're actually going to snatch these orders up, and the nicest part is, I know my market well enough to recognize exactly where both of the drop-offs are before I even open up the app to look at the map. Once you have the orders picked up, you may want to pause your requests. Those of you that have done UberEats for a while know that Uber likes to blow you up with low-paying offers as soon as you're approaching your drop-off. That is a quick way to lose your transparency. Once the order is dropped off, I unpause and immediately force close the app again. Now, if you still don't believe me, let me show you a screen recording from my shift on Thursday. The amount of bad orders I got was unbelievable, but you can see that I have locations for every single one of them. These orders are coming in every other minute, so it's clear I'm not accepting any of these. So like I said, I just discovered this glitch very recently, but I think we might really be onto something with this. I'm not sure how or why it works. My guess is that Uber doesn't count these orders as declined orders and instead thinks that there's an issue with our phones. It is slightly annoying having to go back in after ignoring 5 or 6 orders in a row, but so far in my experience, I've thoroughly enjoyed seeing full transparency over the last 2 days. Typically, I was being very picky with the orders I accept on Uber. I tried to keep myself busy on DoorDash while only accepting the $10 for 2-mile orders on Uber, but there are quite a few good orders I miss out on because I'm on the fence about the mileage. I got an order today that was showing me $9 and some change for a little over 6 miles, but I recognized that the drop-off address was no more than 2 miles away from the restaurant. I was already heading back in that direction, so instead of ignoring it like I would have done before I started using this glitch, I accepted it right away. I'm a very small channel, but I think this information could help out lots of drivers all over the place. Even if you were lucky enough to always see drop-off locations for your Uber orders, I would greatly appreciate it if you could leave a like on this video for me and maybe even go down and click share and copy the link for me. The more engagement I get from you guys, the more this video will be pushed out to other drivers. I love the supportive community of drivers we have here on this platform. I think drop-off transparency is something UberEats should have never taken away from us, but these gig apps will always be making changes to try to get us to accept more orders. Hopefully you guys found this video helpful. Go and get some money this week. Good luck and thank you for watching.